I mean, you can listen to Set It Off on your own time. But hi, welcome on in. We're playing Outer Worlds because I don't have the energy to focus on Fortnite. Work was very long. I didn't get done with work until 5:30. Supposed to be done at 5. Where's a... Where are we? Oh, that's right. Uh, we convinced Adelaide to kick Reed out. Outer Worlds.
Great work.
It's a better Borderlands. And honestly, I have to... That's how I hear it described. It's a space exploration.
What happened? Sprat fell into a transformer again?
It's a space exploration game.
Keep your wits
I
about you,
know,
friend.
I'm trying to think.
Where you're in this. It's kind of like a dystopian almost, in my opinion. So, Earth has gone out into space,
One of us want to go
or the
see
people
what
of Earth, I should say.
happened.
And you are, from the ship called the Hope that got lost, and you're woken up like 70 years later. You've been in hibernation for 70 years. So, um, where did it go? Oh, um, I meant to do that first. So your ship gets lost in space, like, before we even, like, start the game. And then you're working with this outlaw to, like, rescue the rest of the people from it. I don't remember.
Don't see why Thomas can't just get the generator up and running. Something I can help you with?
It's been a while.
You mean Zoe? Yeah, we were pretty close. Not like her to go loping off. Zoe was always obsessed with this serial. Masked Marketeer. A scion of Byzantium turns to banditry and teaches his marauder companions the wisdom of free market economics. Shame she up and vanished when she did. I had a surprise lined up for her. You sound like some type of corporate fixer asking all these questions.
So, people of Earth gone out into space to colonize. Corporations have kind of taken over as, like, controlling such the government of these said colonies. And they're, this one at least, Spacer's Choice, is cheap as fuck.
Zoe and I were gonna watch the serials, as is our custom. She never turned up. I looked around, but she was nowhere to be found. Can't say I recall Zoe ever acting strange. Well, except for her habit of writing things down on scraps of paper. She called it journaling, but I think it's just plain odd.
I don't know what actually.
The other
like,
day, I got
the
my hands on a
time
genuine
frame,
copy of the
time
latest Masked
era
Marketeer.
period is.
I was gonna
of
surprise
this.
Zoe with it, but
I
she
don't
was gone the
remember.
next day.
Hold on. Let's look. Uh, 2355. The Hope is discovered drifting on the outskirts of the Halcyon system by mad scientist Phineas Vernon Wells, who manages to safely revive one of the passengers, the stranger. It's kind of like Fallout meets Borderlands. Because, like, you're a stranger, but you're in space and not in a dystopian alternate timeline. Well, today's the day, Zoe. Today is the day you take your destiny into your own hands. I've been listening to Grace talk about the Marauder threat, bands of wild, free-spirited bandits living out in camps. I don't know if I have that downloaded. I'll have to look after stream. You need to make sure Arlo gets it tomorrow and downloads it. While you guys are out and about working. Bands of wild, free-spirited bandits living in camps out in the hills, warming themselves by the light of barrel files, probably mounting the heads of their enemies on spikes as a warning to folk like me. Living a life of comfort and ease, free of any rules. I bet they could take the whole region if they were organized. Did they redeem it, or do you have to show them how to redeem it? I've been tucking away some of Adelaide's food, and I've got some spare cans of salt tuna. She'll last me a couple weeks if I ration. Got some Adrena Time too. Everybody loves Adrena Time, even Marauders, right? I got odds those Marauders will let me throw in with them if I dangle a couple of cinders of Adrena Time before their eyes. This is gonna be great. Look out, Tarot 2. Bandit Queen Zoe's origin story has just begun. I'm gonna have a whole gang of Marauders at my beck and call. Maybe I can even score some Rizzos. So this edition is like the high def, like next gen edition. And I heard when it released, there's a lot of issues, which seems very fitting because it's called Outer Worlds Spacer's Choice Edition. Spacer's Choice is cheap as fuck. So that's it then. No more Edgewater for me, no more Canterbury, no more jumpsuits and gloves. Yes, ma'ams. And would you like another's? I don't know why I'm writing this down for posterity's sake. Because I've always hated the cannery, and I don't think I'll ever have to look back to this journal many years hence and tell myself, oh wow, I did hate the Val once, didn't I? Just because I got sick, everybody gets sick. Well, okay, I got sick and I grabbed a little too much Adrena Time. Is that really a crime? I gotta treat myself when I'm sick, don't I? What happened to personal responsibility and surviving by one's own bootstraps? Oh, but you misappropriate one box of Adrena Time and suddenly you're committing larceny. I don't know the point of selling that poster is, but I wanted to. Oh man, she's way the fuck over there. I need to find more heavy ammo. It's also an FPS if you can't tell. And then you get companions. So right now we have Pavarti. I can't say it right. Oh yeah, and you can slow time. And you have a giant inhaler to heal.
I smell blood! I'll find you!
Everyone all right? Easy.
I played this. I haven't played this on stream before, but I played it like on my own time. The original edition, and I really liked it. And I've been wanting to play the DLC. And this edition gets you the DLC for free. It was free on Epic. Which is actually the main reason I have Epic is because of the free games. Hold on. Okay, sorry. Hershey hurt himself, so I had to go help my parents get him into their room, and I had to trick him into taking his medicine. Hi, Hobby. And then we have a Hobby Wobby, who's like right next to me. Okay, so we gotta go find. Oh, you'll have to come see his leg. It's swollen. Actually, Cannon is probably about the size of like.
Here we go.
Get them!
Well, not right now. It's being attacked by like a million.
Hiding.
By like a million different enemies. Well, this is one of the ones I needed to kill and get finished. Shit! And I died. Let's try that again. I didn't realize blowing that up would alert everyone.
Here we go.
You always sit here and hide.
Everyone all right?
And there we go. Okay, well, in that case, let's move all this shit over. I'm gonna make like a little shelf or something. Put some of my shit on for my desk. I also need to just get a light for above my PC. Can't see though. My cup is in my way. Oh. I think my desk is too high. No. Next to my dirty jeans. And there we go, we have a Trixie. Hold on, I gotta fix my cushion. Okay, my cup needs to go behind the microphone. Okay, we have a Trixie now. Holly is on the other side.
I don't know anybody who ever came out this far.
I thought she was supposed to be an Eevee, not a feather duster. My grandmother said her tail was always like a feather duster. I'm gonna get rid of this and this. Okay, let's repair some stuff. Uh, she's both. Oh, that also uses heavy. I always hit start uh, to want to change shit. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna save. We're gonna loot all this.
Come out and play.
Stand! That had to hurt.
Smell something. Find you.
Right in the vitals! Bouncing off!
Fucking cannon. I want to reload.
What's that noise? Come on, play. Make you bleed.
Right in the vitals!
Heard something.
Why did it? How did I do a shot?
Ow! Right in the vitals!
I did not mean to do that. I just wanted to reload.
No encore!
And now we can loot all the dead bodies. Oh, we already got him. I love how when you look at some of the dead bodies, they're just like missing everything. I'm looking for lockpicks. Someone dropped the soap. How does that happen? How does it end up flooding your yard? And look, there's Zoe.
Wow, you crossed them all off.
Oh,
Like
damn.
some sort of heroic accountant running down a list. Teach me your ways. What? You mean Adelaide's little congregation of nature-loving nobodies? I could not possibly be less interested in them. You, on the
That
other
is, like, the
hand,
worst
you were a
place
sight to behold. If I had
for it
half
to
your
burst.
skills, I'd be the greatest outlaw the coast has ever seen.
This person is like insane. Why would you want to willingly be an outlaw? Why, hello, turtle. It's been a hot minute. How are you?
I'm great at clarifying. I got kicked out of Edgewater on account of falling sick with plague and stealing some medicine to treat myself. I'd heard some outlaws set up camp in the botanical labs. I decided to throw in with them, seeing as I always wanted to be an outlaw
Tired.
myself.
I've been working.
Instead, what do I find? But a bunch of former workers camped out around a greenhouse. I couldn't just go back to the cannery, so I was stuck with them. No. I insinuated myself into their company, see? And they didn't seem to mind one whit. I may have bartered them a few boxes of Adrena time, but yeah, I'm sure that's got nothing to do with it.
I don't understand this person.
I don't know. The vital processes that constitute the miracle of life are mysterious and unknowable. Oh, you mean around these guys? The Marauders wouldn't hurt me. They love me. I'm practically their queen. Yeah, must be my natural charisma. I've got all the time in
I
Halcyon.
think it wasn't that you were charming.
Why? Adelaide wants me back on garden duty or something? Thanks, but I'm not going anywhere. This is where I belong. I doubt that. Nobody in that camp really cared about me.
I mean,
Wait, you're telling me he's got a copy of the Mass Marketeer? Why didn't you say so? I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose. Grace is gonna be glaring knives at me, so I've got that to look forward to.
so I got a new model. Welcome back. I got a new model, which is this one, and I have another one that I have to work on still. I dropped $2,000 on a PC, and I've got the Spider-Man PS5. I saw that and it was too late. Oh, we're encumbered. I'll break down some of these assault rifles. Can your computer handle it? Actually, I would imagine it can, because my last one could. So maybe it's your connection? Maybe. Try deleting everything and reinstalling it. When are you leaving to come back down here? Who ate my lunch? You need to learn how to spell, apparently, is what I'm seeing. I'm pretty sure she goes to school in Austin now. I don't think you want to... I mean, I guess you're going to have to deal with that either way, but I still don't think you would want to.
Great work.
I have only met you recently. So you and Arlo might have done this. But I have not. I jumped right into it. Fuck me. Yeah, but Austin sucks. You're spelling or Austin? What's with all these fucking landmines? I could see that with your spelling. It would drive me insane if you talked like that on a daily basis. I don't think I want to know. And it's slowly, like... I can't, like, turn far enough with my controller. I knew that was gonna happen. What if I just lower this all the way? Okay, there. I had to lower the tripod all the fucking way. I need to see if I can find my other one. And try that. Since it's more flexible.
Marauders can't see us in the dark. Wild canids, on the other
I don't
hand.
care.
We didn't always get along, but I'm glad to know she's
She's
safe.
a dumbass and thought she could
What happened, anyway?
play with marauders.
Zoe joined up with a band of marauders. Zoe. The same Zoe who doesn't know a barrel from a trigger. Well, I've heard stranger things. You pretty much did my job for me. Least I could do is pay you for your trouble. Let me know if I can do something for you. Didn't think she'd go back so long as Reed was still
So
running
now we
the
inform her
place.
that Adelaide went back.
Something must have changed. If Adelaide's going back to Edgewater, we'll follow her.
And we leveled up. Which means... we can add all of our points. So this will be... we're gonna go back so I can sell a bunch of shit. I can sell my junk. And repair my stuff.
Plague got you feeling woozy? Get yourself boozy with Spacer's Choice.
She doesn't even like that line.
Coming right up.
So that, that, that one, and that one. Why is your computer being rude? Sell So that. Ah. That needs to go away. And look how much our weight has gone down. That can go away. Shovel. Um, I don't care about those. I want to keep the energy weapon to have an extra. I guess the shotgun can go. What did you do to it? How did you break it? No, it sounds like you broke it.
Sometimes I wonder what
I've never actually.
Something to report?
So now we turn in.
We pay by the finger. What do you have for me? Gil Antrim. Real name, Guillaume. Duly processed by a freelancer on behalf of Spacer's Choice. I remember him. Was just a kid last I saw him. Shame. I'll just need your signature here, 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 and here. Got any more fingers for me?
Did you uninstall it through a Windows launcher? Yes, we have Trixie. She's sleeping. And then we have Holly, but she's on the other side of the bed. So one there, and then the other is there. But that means I have to bend down. Dog is sleeping. Okay, we have alert command and emote. Okay, there. She got pet. You made me wake her up. Kaden says hi. See? She's just going back to sleep. I did not want to open that. Yes, she was sleeping. She was sleeping and you made me wake her up. My poor baby was sleeping. Oh, and you made me forget to fast travel. She didn't care because she got woken up. Which one's... This one's closer. Ah, fuck. Okay, I don't want that. Where? I want this. So we gotta go. How does this? How the fuck do we get over it? You're the one who woke her up. And she's a good girl. She's sitting here sleeping. And she doesn't injure herself by jumping on the bed. So we have to go up and around. Or not, apparently. What the fuck? Because this is the... Do we have to go through the... here? Damn landmines. Motherfucker. I didn't even know there was one right there. Oh, found a flaw. And since I don't have to take a flaw, I'm never taking a flaw, because why? We're gonna wait for this. We're gonna give this a sec. Go away. The game is fun, except for I do stupid shit and die. I don't like how quiet it's been so far. Needs excessive and immediate dental work. They didn't even stand a chance. They didn't even hear us coming. I think they've also been eating their fellow marauders. Well, there's one. Now let's go get... The other one's like over here. I think. I think still the best bet is to fast travel here and then go from here to there. So, okay. I think we just kind of hug this and see how this works out in our favor.
Incoming!
Just run. That's right. Where is she? Okay. Now, put away. I want my assault rifle. I wonder if we do this right, if we can avoid. We can avoid being seen.
Gonna find you. Fighting? You scared?
We. Ooh, and a lockpick. Move. Where the fuck is that stupid cannon?
Gonna find you.
I'm literally right shooting you in the back and you don't even notice. Oh, it's... I should really find a different outfit for her.
We made it.
I hope I didn't accidentally sell her clothes. Um... I can make her wear a chef hat. Or just plain baseball cap. See, look. Oh, and I'm out of lockpicks after this.
Wow, you got that.
We steal everything. Because then I'll never have to buy anything. And I won't have to spend my money. Okay. Nope, we missed one. Okay, I think we've gotten everything. So now... we shall go turn in our bounties.
Friend of mine died a couple weeks back.
Vale's a little safer, thanks to you. We pay by the finger. What
So
do
we
you have
turn
for me?
in our fingers.
Mabel Burgess, age 37, right or left-handed? Let's just say no longer applicable. I remember Doc Burgess. Conducted my physical every fiscal quarter. Guess she couldn't keep her hands off her patient's medicine. Still one outstanding bounty. If you've got a finger, I've got the paperwork.
I like how all I need is a finger.
Here we are. Bertie Cotton. Cause of death. Let's just say overwhelming physical trauma. Bert was the local preacher before Max took over. Always was quick to remind us that we all get what we deserve in the end. Well, that's all three. I must remember to requisition some more fingerprint to ink. Here's all the compensation you've earned, plus a bonus. You've done such a bang-up job hunting down our former workers that I thought it only proper to deputize you. Congratulations. Let me stop you there. It is official Spacer's Choice policy that all Marauders, regardless of prior affiliation to the Spacer's Choice brand, no longer qualify
Wow.
as our people. Marauders are folk who lost the will to keep working, wandered out into the wilds and gave into their baser instincts. Not everyone's cut out to work in Edgewater. Some turn deserter, some turn marauder. None of them get my sympathy. Uh-huh. I recall young Eugene. Good kid. Nice smile. Fussy about his health, though. Took a little too much adrenatime. That'll do a number on your brain matter.
It sounds like
Says
you
so
should
right on the warning
pay
label.
attention to your
Violent
people
psychosis
more.
is a well-documented and legally accounted for side effect of adrenatime.
Okay. Now, now we can go back to the ship we have requisitioned.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. I'm the only decent mechanic Edgewater's got, but every time I think of going back, I get this
They don't need a
sinking
mechanic.
feeling. Well, it's kind of you to say that. And you're right.
They don't need you. I need a
I
mechanic.
wasn't happy. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I
Yes,
know my
'cause I
G
need a
valves for my
mechanic,
catalyzers,
'cause
and I can keep your ship singing.
I am
And
the
if you ever
captain.
need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think? Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, ma'am. Captain. I can call you
I
Captain
like how
now.
much of a nerd she is.
I got a captain.
She's like my favorite companion.
Well, I certainly am looking forward to flying on a ship named the Unreliable. I'll just head upstairs and claim a room.
Captain, I have detected that Edgewater's power supply is now optimal. I applaud your willingness to invest your time in the local community. What can I do for you,
That's not exactly
Captain?
what it was.
Do you know how to install a power regulator? Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our engine room is located behind you. Across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
I need to figure out what the fuck I did with her goggles. I hope I didn't sell them. I typically don't like to sell that stuff. I'm gonna be upset if I did. I like how that like breaks something.
What can I do for you, Captain? All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the Unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
And our ship, the Unreliable.
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the Unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die.
The former captain was an
How
idiot.
are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you.
And I consulted on time.
Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame.
Typical dystopian.
The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Culkelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay. Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon, terraformed badly, and almost completely lawless. You'll love it. Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key
That
as a
seems
set
weird.
of flight
And I don't fully
instructions.
trust him.
The board
Also, I feel like
been
he's different. He
confiscating
looks
nav
slightly
keys for
different in this
Stellar
one than he
Bay,
does in
so
the
we
other
must
one.
rely on unconventional means of acquisition. Hence, Miss Gladys Culkelly. Without a skip drive, good luck. You'll be dead before you make it to the nearest star.
And that answers why we
Look, I
can't
admire
leave
your
the
optimism,
system.
but the sad truth is you're stuck here.
I
You,
hope
me,
they make
and
a
the rest
sequel.
of this colony. We're all skating precariously around the edge of oblivion together. None of us are leaving Halcyon alive, so we may as well make it a better place. And we can start by reviving the hope. Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design. Cutting-edge technology, years ahead of its time. I call
want there to
it
be
the
a sequel to
holographic
this game,
shroud.
and
I'm sure it will
we
prove
see the
remarkably
effects
useful
of
to you.
reviving
You'll find it in the captain's quarters.
people off the Hope.
Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
So now we get to leave. But now we're just floating in space.
Thinking of tinkering at the workbench? I used to love watching Alex work. Now I like watching you.
She's also slightly weird.
Oops, pardon.
One thing I like about this ship is like you can get to anything from everywhere. So that's the vicar's room, and this is Parvati's. Although I'm stealing all your ammo. Full of modified tools with unique mechanical usages. Digging around in here would be an easy way to lose a finger to a sawtooth blade. This book is heavily geared with doodles in the margins. I don't know if I said that right. Oh yeah. Damn. That's another companion. We can now disguise ourselves. And just because those amuse me. Well, let's jump. Let's put some... put some weapons in here. Don't know if I have one. I don't want the grenade launcher. I don't care about the revolver. Okay. So Terra 2. So idyllic to terrestrial planet Halcyon's wealthiest elite live in its capital city, Byzantium, while the colony laborers live in corporate-owned townships along the frontier. Monarch. So what we just... Yeah, so that's where we just were. So we go... Monarch.
Message from Dr. Wells. He'd like to congratulate you on finding a route to Monarch.
Doesn't this guy have a...
I don't believe so, Captain. Transmission incoming.
Cascadia is utterly seething with dangerous, highly aggressive creatures, more than capable of tearing you limb from limb.
That's reassuring.
You'd have to be a lunatic to land in Cascadia, and I'm reasonably certain I tested your brain for incipient signs of insanity. Trust me, talk to Gladys Colt Kelly. You'll need to speak with Hiram Blythe. He's known as the information broker, and for good reason. If anyone knows where I can find those chemicals, it's Hiram. I need those chemicals to revive the Hope's colonists. They can help us fight back against the Board. They can help us set things right. If we don't put a stop to the Board, they're going to drive this colony toward a complete societal collapse. You'll see what I mean when you arrive on Monarch.
You sound like you've
No, never. Monarch is a hotbed of political activity. I can't imagine why Hiram
Oh my
set
god,
up
my
shop
phone
there.
keeps going off.
Cuisine, perhaps?
hotbed of
I
political
certainly wouldn't
activity.
call it
Sounds like.
boring, especially if your idea of fun involves navigating a hostile biosphere populated by carnivorous monsters. You'll want to hire the services of a skilled guide. I recommend a hunter by the name of Nyoka. Frequents the drinking establishments of Stellar Bay. Very hard to miss. Once you have everything you need, make your way to Hiram Blythe's compound. Come see me in my lab. I'll answer any
answers.
questions you have.
But I don't want to go to
Best of luck. Everyone on the Hope is counting on you.
Captain, an unusual wavelength is coming through Monarch's aether wave frequencies.
The eternal is in us all. The OSI would have you believe that your place in society, indeed in the universe, is preordained. A man who works in the mines of Hephaestus, coating his lungs in mercury dust for not but a few bits a night. This fate is set in stone? When he dies young, coughing up black blood, his part in the grand plan? No,
Dude, you're
I
annoying.
say.
I need to shut up.
Greatness is in everyone. Not just those so fortunate as to have been born into prosperity.
That was unexpected and odd.
And annoying.
I am inclined to agree with your assessment, by which I mean I have been systemically programmed to do so.
Welcome to the system map. Did we finish? We didn't. Let's go finish. Actually, no. So... Oh yeah, we can only have 2 companions, which means we can't bring Max. Because I feel like you'd get me in trouble.
I don't think I like this place one little bit.
Let's go.
Vending machines.
Living is overrated anyway.
What the fuck? I forgot they spit venom. Holy shit. Oh, fuck, I'm stuck.
On your left, Captain!
We're getting
shit, there's more.
I don't think that's working!
I don't have any plasma weapons. Ah! I have a grenade launcher. As an albino sibling. Can I at least blind it? At least if it's blind, you can't see me. A perfect aim. Can I like please not die? I don't think a melee is gonna be a smart idea. Oh, I'm out. Nope. I totally thought that was one of these fucking things. Not dead and just plain dead, and I was going to fucking scream. Okay, there's gotta be a way to get there without having to deal with all this bullshit.
Now this is a wild wasteland.
Insert Captain's identification cartridge to initiate. I'm just gonna buy all of this ammo. Oh, well, fuck. Okay. Well then. I don't know what are good or against Raptidons. This doesn't tell me anything about Raptidons. Well, there's dead marauders. Just gonna leave them alone.
I hope Edgewater don't end up like this.
Never had much of a sweet tooth myself. Indulgences like Rizzo's were frowned upon in my household.
Oh, fuck. And then there's these fuckers.
Easy does it.
And Mint and Queens are a bitch to fight.
This should be fun. And dangerous. Get past that armor!
Okay, hold up. I know what we need. Shit. Run away. No. Fucking hell. Shit. Well, we tried. Okay.
Now this is a wild wasteland. Danger and adventure surely await us.
We need our plasma weapons to deal with Mantiqueens because they have a shit ton of armor. They're the same. Pay one for each of us, actually. And then you can have the pistol, because I don't like you.
I think I'll initiate an unscheduled... motorcycle while you're out.
I'm dumb. Okay. I'll go to the Groundbreaker and get the nav key. And
We've
not,
arrived at the Groundbreaker.
you know, have to use plasma weapons and shit.
Hello there.
Hi, Light. How are
Let's
you?
talk when you're free.
We do end in like 20 minutes, by the way.
Smells like grease and unwashed bodies.
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, you came a little bit earlier this time.
Got a sec? Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson. I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by.
Someone's got a little crush.
I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff. Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time.
Work
Did you
was
want to talk
busy
about anything
today.
else before we moved on?
And I'm tired. Oh, where's the picket? I remember there was loot up here. Why was that so aggressive? But being lazy is fun sometimes.
Hey, stop that!
Here they come!
I'm sorry!
Put him down! Put him down! Put him down!
Oh.
Get past that armor!
Damn it. I was hoping that would work. I was hoping no one would see us. I was hoping no one would see us. We have a Trixie.
Can we talk? Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's...
We already saw-
I don't got much
Just checking your ship's...
Smells like grease and unwashed bodies. Just as I remembered.
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Customs and inspection, right this way. Identification, please. Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably. You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss it. Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important.
Probably to do with Phineas.
Not gonna lie, you're in a pickle. But Udom's an interesting guy. Might be
So
you all
he's
could come to
corrupt.
accords if you play your cards right. Huh. Records show this ain't the first time your ship's been impounded. Seems to get cleared up pretty quick. You might not be in this pickle for long. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor? Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it. Much appreciated.
I don't even want to
Is
bother.
there anything else I can help you with? The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go, on your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly. Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. 2 biggest operations are the board. That is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the promenade deck. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though.
Okay. I don't care enough.
All right.
Being lazy is fun.
Be seeing you.
Which is why I don't want to bother talking to him.
Not a peep from me.
Sneaky. Hope no one saw us. I think we're good.
Careful where you smoke. The crew bills us for air filtration.
Okay. So let's barred from the other side.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
Halcyon News, media circus surrounds circus time clowns. The politics of Tossable have grown increasingly turbulent of late, with the circus time clowns trading out every single member of the team. As to comment on the upheaval, the Owners League released a statement saying that the clowns failed to reach the finals was a deciding factor in their organizational rearrangement. When questioned about the values of this overhauled team, a representative from the clowns stated that their goals remain the same as ever. Toss, ball, win, repeat.
The board would like to remind spacers and other travelers that
Chairman Rockwell took time out from his busy schedule today to talk to us about Minister Clark and his impact on the colony. Working with Minister Clark has been truly wonderful these past 8 years, he said. His predecessor did a fine job, but Clark's brilliance cannot be overstated. The early retirement program is just the latest in a long line of initiatives he has spearheaded that will ensure Halcyon continues to be the envy of all the outer colonies. We couldn't agree more, Mr. Chairman.
passage to Monarch is restricted for your protection. Canyons of acid and sulfur rain are the least of the horrors plaguing the surface of Monarch. Anarchists live as one with the animals, lawless, savage, and unemployed. The board's embargo ensures that nothing can leave the planet and threaten our hardworking citizens. This is Halcyon News, reminding you that there's no
Wee.
I in news, no we in
Up
Halcyon,
and up.
and no Mercury in Saltuna.
I want to steal that rest and go key card, but I think I might get in trouble if I do. Oh. How do I get out of here?
Well, well, well. What fine... Here they come!
Heard something.
I was just trying to get out of here. Oh, I don't have any shock weapons.
Everyone all right?
Repair hanger key card. I don't think I care about any of that. Science weapons.
Now, I don't see this lightly, but that is a work of sheer universal beauty.
Oh hey, and this was the door that was part of that. Yep.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Do you have what it takes to defend your corporate township from the dangers of alien wildlife and the unemployed? Talk to your local...
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
So rest and go.
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
You can do it.
Why would we need to rent a room? We have... all the free stuff. Now this is why it takes me so long to beat games like this, because I just sit here and loot everything. One of UB's squealers came asking after you, wanted to know what you like to drink, who you talk to, what your temperament's like, tried to pay me off. I took the bits and told her a pack of lies. Watch your back when you get in, no one will find you in the waste disposal chute. I see, been a while since I heard from you. You're on that long haul out to Doskova right now. Hope it goes well. I got a space for you and yours to meet when you get back. It's just a storage room, but it's quiet and safer than the bar. Should be able to accommodate most of your folks. No fees, nothing, just let me buy you beer. We have reviewed your proposal for the 10th time and still do not agree that galactic mushroom is an acceptable flavor for a Rizzo beverage. Even if we were to pursue the idea, the samples you sent us were dangerously hallucinogenic. The unopened package alone caused mayhem in our receiving bay. Please don't reach out to us again. That's interesting.
Could I have a word with you, Captain?
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your advertisement for the...
This is
Bless
Gladys.
my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason?
She kind of reminds me
Or did
of...
the neighbors tell you how good
what's
my
her
sugar
name?
cookies are? Made without a single natural
can't think of her name.
ingredient. Or an oven. Just like store-bought.
Hold up. What's her name?
Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up
So
at
we
the
need a
board.
nav key.
You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in. Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms...
She reminds me of Jane Lynch. That's who it is. With a little more flexibility.
Do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago. Can't say I know for sure. Maybe it never really was.
Sounds like someone poking into somewhere they shouldn't be got into a spot of trouble.
Comm centers don't operate themselves, Captain. Someone had to have sent that distress call manually.
Those corps are cleverer than all get out. Might have been a ruse to keep the rest of the board from sniffing around. Edna didn't seem to think so, and I trust the dear girl's judgment. Well, maybe not in men, but she knows her comms. So, like as not, someone's been down there recently. And if someone set up shop in Roseway, I'd wager they got something to hide.
If it's a corporate town...
Maybe whatever they're hiding went to heck, and now they need a few spare hands to clean up the mess. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs.
So you need someone to sit.
My goodness, aren't you quick on the uptake? I like that. Should you find yourself responding to a certain distress call, and in so doing find yourself in possession of certain valuable corporate secrets, well, then we ought to have a chat over a pot of tea and my famous cookies.
His leg is still swollen.
Lord
But
bless
he's
your
putting
atoms.
a little more weight on it.
Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates.
He's being a brat, not
Don't
wanting to eat
forget
his
to come
food,
find
so he
old
has to get
Gladys
chicken
when
and
you're done.
rice.
Might want to acquaint yourself with Junlei Tennyson, Groundbreaker's chief. She's been trying to get a handle on this heat problem we've got.
And he wasn't very happy.
You'll find her
'cause
fretting
we had
in
to make him-
engineering.
We had to make him get up
I'd
and
say
go
she's
into
a
the
sweet
bedroom.
girl, but law forfend someone call me a
But
liar.
then I put his medicine and a tortilla with peanut
Yes,
butter.
dearie?
No.
Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me. Here, take a candy with you.
Hey, level up. And now... Well, now we just get everything to 25. I think it's the medicine they gave him upsets his stomach. So he doesn't want to eat his kibble. I think I want that. He's not very happy because we've had to shove the pills down his throat. Just to get him to take them. I don't like those things.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Tossball
One of these has like a secret passage.
The league and thrown this pivotal game into question. Both teams have tested negative performance-enhancing steroids.
Haha. Squatters Funeral. I served on 2 corporate paraders before I got shunted here. Everyone's heard my sob story, but no one's listening to them. I'm just background radiation. Wasn't my fault the captain decided to take off early. Wasn't my fault no one checked the crew manifest. Wasn't my fault they replaced me with a full-timer. Now I'm fifthly bitless and bedless. As far as anyone's concerned, I'm groundbreaker trash. That's how I live, and if no one agrees to take me on as crew, I suppose that's how I'll die. And we don't see a body, so I can only hope that someone took him. I like how they just have this place just like filling up with water. Oh yeah, and we're in a restricted area, but we can loot everything. And then we can sneak out the way we came. And they'll be none the wiser. Away we go. And then we go back. He has pill pockets, but he won't eat them with the pill pocket right now. And then he won't eat them in his food like he normally does either. Gonna sell my junk. Buy all of this. I'm gonna buy that for me. Oh, this one's better. I'm gonna put this on. I like variety better. So she gets that. And then he won't match, but he gets that. Because the helmet's slightly better. Now he matches. Okay, she's got the better one.
How do you do? And welcome to the Rest and Go. It used to be the Go and Rest, but folks never knew when to leave. Sorry. Business
I don't
has
think
been
I've met a
slow.
dog that doesn't like
Anything
peanut
to
butter.
occupy the time. Of course, most of our supplies come and go through merchants. Company ships and salvage runs are the only traffic we tend to get. I try and steer clear of that creepy fellow in the moon mask. If there's a cost to being a company man, he paid it in spades.
Oh, I know what he's talking about.
Didn't quite catch that. You'll have to speak up. Glass ear? Sorry, there's a lot of static on my end. Nothing to fear. Sorry again. The sound of Groundbreaker's engines has really got to me over the years. Huh? What? Huh. Now that I heard.
Wow.
Fine, as long as the board keeps its grubby mitts to itself.
See, they don't like the board
Chief
either.
Tennyson holds the ship together, the Promenade holds our economy together, and Sublight is the shoddy jewel in our rusty old crown. Our Chief Tennyson has an independent streak, same as her mother and grandmother who rode this ship on the crossing. There's a reason the board's embassy is a glorified shoebox. While Junlei Tennyson lives and breathes, Groundbreaker remains free. Our local garbage collectors. That Lilia Hagen never met a debris field she didn't like.
So we're just gonna learn a bunch of
She freely
stuff.
admits she planted her roots in Groundbreaker to escape board oversight. But I think there's more to it. She's unusual in the head, that one.
Okay. That is it for today.
Great law, is it hot in here? Or is it just my
I'm
glands
just gonna sell
acting
some
up
stuff
again?
real quick, and we're ending.
I've got a lovely little throw pillow. Just something I tossed together.
But I don't
like to keep my hands busy.
know who's live right now, so let me see. Art is live. Let's see what he's playing. I think that's... I think that's it. Okay. So we're going to end... That's the one I wanted. So Art is playing some indie horror game. I don't know quite what it is, but it's interesting looking. So we're going to raid. We're going to raid him. Sorry, I'm tired. But we're gonna read Ard. We'll be back next week. I don't know when. Make sure you join the Discord. And I'll try to remember to make an announcement. But yeah. Go show Ard some love. Spam him with some emotes. I hope everyone has a good night, and I will catch you guys next week.